wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. The Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and they say it's the Jones Size Guy, and that's true. We are the Jones Size Guy, and I want to thank you for joining us today. Family, remember the Talk Beat Jones, we're on the air every Wednesday. It comes on every Wednesday, the time from 10 to 11 a.m. There's a repeat broadcast on a Sunday. That broadcast time is 4 p.m. on a Sunday. And, of course, you can watch us, go to YouTube, put in TV33 on demand. TV33, YouTube on demand. That's right? Wrong? Yes. Because, again, we have about 280 videos, but you can see the ones from the day. And what you do is you look at the date of the show or the picture, and you pull that up. And you can see that show, and you can scroll down, and you see other shows from TV33 as well as my shows, and you can look at other shows that's already been done. But anyway, family, again, I have a wonderful, great show today for you. We talk about Jones Size at different times, etc. That's the workout program in case folks are wondering what they keep talking about Jones Size. It's a fitness program, and we're going to talk to Sensei Mr. Bill Owens of Oakland, California. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be wonderful. And for folks who are into themselves, into understanding what it takes to grow and be a man or be a woman and to deal with life, we're going to have a man who's going to talk to you about that, as well as, well, I'm not going to tell you about what he's going to talk about because I don't know. But I'll say this to you. When we talk about that guy Jones Size, 50 almost so many years ago, back in the 70s, family, I went to this man to understand what it would take to do the business. And I want you to understand, family, back in those days, in the Oakland community, we didn't have a whole great deal of people, black folks who owned their own business, who were entrepreneurs doing their own particular things. Entrepreneurs, but business folks who were established with storefronts, etc. is what I'm speaking on. And this man, Sensei, if you don't know what the word means, look it up. Fantastic. But I'm going to bring him on right now. I'm not going to do a whole lot of conversation. I'm going to bring on Sensei Mr. Bill Owens. Are you there, sir? There we go. Oh, there you go. Sensei, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Right here.
I just want to let you know that we love you here, and I want folks to know that I am indebted to you for being able to have a script of business as to how to set up my Jones Size program, etc. And I'm so glad and so honored to be under you in your grace, Sensei Bill Owens.
That's very kind of you, and I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on this morning.
Yes. We're on this morning because this is our journey. This is our journey. And I'm picking up being a part of your journey, sir. So would you tell us where and who is Mr. Sensei Bill Owens, and where did you get started? And then we're going to go into why we are talking today and why it's so important, folks, to listen and learn and support this man, Sensei Bill Owens, the great Sensei Bill Owens. Sir, let's talk. So you have a studio in Oakland, California. Talk about your studio first, please.
Yes, I have a studio there in MacArthur Boulevard in Oakland, California for 51 years at this one location and 2 years at another So all total, I've been on the boulevard about 53 years.
Right there. That's across from the Eastmont Mall.
Yes. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so, yeah, I was just a young man, and I got into the martial art. I really didn't plan to be a teacher when I got into it,
Yes.
but I I learned so much, and it was so enlightening. I did. I quickly learned martial art was not about what we think it is. It wasn't about the punch and kick.
The what?
It wasn't about the punches and kicks. It wasn't about fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It was so. I wanted others to know that and to feel what I felt. I felt so much joy in in knowing who I was.
Yes.
And that's what martial art teaches you. It's very disciplined, teaches you discipline, but it also lets you know what your limits are and how to increase them and improve upon yourself.
As,
And that's why you never hear about martial artists ever fighting.
right.
You hear about all of these martial arts schools and all these martial art actors and things like that, but you never really hear them getting into a scuffle
Right.
or getting mad at anyone. It's because they have so much appreciation for life. It's hard to get them upset at anyone. And I wanted to be like that. And
Sensei, could you do one favor for me right at this point? For those who are listening around the world, as we broadcast around the world, and again, family, you'll be able to go and pick it up on demand. But would you tell us quickly, what is the title? How do you earn the title of sensei?
okay, the different systems, there are over 300 different martial arts systems. Different systems has different requirements. But most of them, you have to prove yourself in the sense that your loyalty to that particular art form and your willingness to continue to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the name sensei is for one major branch, and then there are four major branches. They are identified with the nationality. For example, Japan, China, Okinawa, and Korea. Okay, and these four major Asian branches. And the name sensei identifies Japanese, and the one that we use the most is actually Sifu.
See, okay,
Sifu it identifies Chinese,
right,
and that's our art is 90% Chinese.
okay,
And then there's a Korean, and that title is Sibanim. So they always begin with S's. It's Sensei Sifu Sabanim. Okay, and so these are the different titles, and you earn that through your dedication and commitment.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know that when when Billy and a guy named Warren came to your studio, you were just so warm and so enlightening in letting us know what and how to approach this business of fitness and martial art. Although we were not martial art persons, the potential of taking classes for you was explored. But now, here's where we are. You have been an institution in the city of Oakland for not just black folks, mainly black folks, I guess, I believe, but you have an extensive cast of members throughout those years. And the process is even before the Panthers, you were there helping keep the peace. You were there understanding what black folks was going through. You were there to understand that we were in pain, but you were there to teach us the understanding of ourselves, our inner selves. That was the
That's
process. Right. Is that somewhat true, sir?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, I didn't know if the people who were coming in to be my students or to learn
Can
martial
you speak a
arts,
little? Can you
I
speak
didn't
just?
know if they
Can you speak
really
a?
understood
Can you speak a little louder,
flight,
please?
because we were told we were second class citizens a lot, and we really thought low of ourselves. And a lot of people did. And then once you have put a lot of work into yourself, be it college, sport, or even martial arts,
Mm-hmm.
the point is you do it over and over and over again, and you begin to see you're the person that's making this happen. You become more proud of yourself and see that all you have to do is put in the work. And then you begin to value that. That's in all life. That's not just in martial arts.
Yes, yes. So you may go in there thinking that I want to learn how to throw the punches and be bad, but you walk out of there more of a self-confident individual, able to understand how to diffuse situations, and that's one of the arts, and that's one of the beauties of being
Yes,
part of your program.
and many times on your application when you first join, it's is a part on the application that asks, "What is your purpose of taking or studying the martial art?" And a lot of times people put on their there to fight, box, learn how to defend themselves, and that's okay. They can put down anything they want. We
Hmm.
know that's going to change in a few months.
Now
And
we're
so many people have come back to say, I can't believe that I put that on that application because there's nothing about fighting. And I tell them, we knew that you would see it because it's hard to train this hard and not see it. And so they all appreciate what it brought out of them.
yes, yes,
And if they want to say fighting, they come in the door and they ask, "Do we learn to break boards?
yes,
Do
yes.
we learn to kick high? Do we learn to back?" And my earlier years, I would tell them no, and I would try to explain it to them. But that didn't mean anything at that time to them. So later years, I just told them, "Yeah, well, yeah, you will," because I knew in a few months they would understand. That is nothing about flipping, punching, kicking. It's about self appreciation.
We're going to go
And
back
once
to that
you've
video while I take care of
appreciated
this bee.
self, you, I'm sorry.
No, I told him we're going to go back to the video. I had a bee.
Oh, yeah. They know that after a while they begin to realize that they can do just anything they decide to once they make up their mind, and once they're willing to do it over and over again.
How
And once
long?
they have that in them, they're magic. And there's no reason to fight anybody.
Yes.
If they don't like you, they don't like you. They like
Now,
you, they like you.
okay.
That's the way it is.
Now let's get to the business of your studio and what's going on with you, and let's go into the effects of COVID and what COVID has done to many businesses. Also affected your business. Would you tell us how long your business has been there and how COVID affected you and your business, please?
Yeah, well, I've been here the 52 years, but my there's a lot of things that cause your business to fall and go down. Nothing here like the COVID because the nature of training. You're in close proximity with the other person. You're pardoning off your routine, and then of course it's a workout. You have to have proper ventilation and fans because you're perspiring,
Yes.
and so my class dwindled, and because first of all, then the California rule, when you had a fitness center, you couldn't have more than 6 people in there at a time, and they had to be 6 feet apart. And this was very difficult for the children, and that's the majority of your students.
Um,
And so it just dwindled away. And of course, my training, not my training, my monthly note to obtain the building was harder and harder to meet, and that was rough on me.
Can
And just about the time the COVID ended, they doubled. The bank had some clause in there that they could actually go up if the feds went up on their interest. And things changed, and they went from almost double, 2,700 per month, which is fair, and then it went to 4,300.
Oh my God! Now let
And
me
I
ask.
wasn't ready for
Wait.
that
Now let me
double.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. What if you had your when you were holding your classes? What was the maximum amount of people, students, could you hold at one time?
I've had as many as 40 people in one class.
Okay, hold on now. So if your business is dealing with potentially a 30, 40 potential classes daily, were you 6 days or 5 days?
I was 60.
6 days. So now they're telling you that you can only do your business, that you operate personal business, personal bills, that business bills, etc. But you can only hold a program with 6 people, with the difficulty of trying to get them spaced properly, etc. But the difference is 6 people on a business been there for, like I said, almost 50 plus years, and the property values, folks, if you did not know this, like San Francisco, which has always been crazy high, they tell you that if you're making $100,000 over there, you're in poverty. Oakland, the properties and everything went crazy valued up. You
That's
heard the man
right.
say from 27 to 40 something $100, and you're talking about COVID. You're talking about the ability. So it's not about the business. It's not about the man. It's not about the community support. It was about the knockout blow from COVID that continued to make sure that those who wanted to come into the facility to get that training and work under Sensei Bill Owens was not able to do it. Was not able to do it. So we have this black man that has been a staple in the city of Oakland, California, with others coming from all around the suburbs to be a part of his business, take his training. And now we are at a crossroads, family. This is where you come in. This is where the family comes in. Mr. Sensei Bill Owens, what is it that the family around the world, because we're not talking about just Oakland, because people can respect the sensei from anywhere in the world. They got this respect and got their love. They know your value. What can they do for you? Well, how can they help you? And what is the circumstances that moving forward we can do to be there for you? What do you want for us to help you do?
Well, I appreciate that. We are trying to save the school because I'm going into foreclosure, and we're not going to let it get to us, but we know we've done the best we can. But the community has been wonderful. People all over the country
That's right.
are they've sent their prayers, and we opened up. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Finan-
You open up
Financially, we opened up a GoFundMe.
a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe account, which allows people to collectively give donations.
Yes.
Okay, and that's doing okay. We're
Well-
trying to reach a total of 88,000 to get us back on track.
Okay. Okay.
But we're not going to. This came so fast, and we didn't know they were going to do that. Just to give an idea, that 4,000 that we didn't have that each month,
yes.
it just took 3 months to get $12,000 back.
That's true.
So
Yes.
when I say it like that, people understand. Because when people say 88,000, they say, "How did you get 88,000?"
Hey, listen, with the tenaciousness and the love that you hold with your craft and that studio, folks understand you're going to fight to the very, 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 till your claws fall off. Clawing, because that institution is beautiful. It is maintained great. The folks was coming in all of the time to take your training. So here's what I'd like to do, Mr. Sensei Bill Owens. I would like to understand for you to give the address, the name of your school, and I would like to ask everyone who has been under and who are still under the direction, the teachings of Sensei Bill Owens, to tap the shoulder of a friend and say, listen, that man helped me in my life. That man helped make a difference in my life. That man put my head so that I can be where I am today. He needs help like I walked into his studio and I needed help in my life. Now we need the lifeline kept alive. So I'm asking all of the students, let's gather up. The GoFundMe fund is there. We don't have to let your teacher, we do not have to let your sensei have to leave his domain. We have enough students and their friends and the communications that they can do with the other friends to make this work. I say this, family, because I was a part of a Soulbeat television situation in which the IRS walked in to close the station down for almost $40,000. We had a backup connection, went on the air, explained the situation to the community. The community came up with almost $40-some thousand in less than 5-6 days. So when you say the 88,000, it is an attainable figure, family. All we ask, don't worry about the next door, take care of your door, and let's go ahead and send this money in to the GoFundMe program, and let's save this studio. Let's save this legacy. Let's make this man go with a heart that's full of gold. That's love. Gold is love. That's what I'm asking, family. And for those family members who understand the value of the training that martial arts bring to the children and to other family members and friends that they've seen, we're asking you to help out too. That's what we're doing. And we can make this work. We can make this work. And we're going to show you soon a few more video clips of Sensei Bill Owens' studio in action. That's what's really happening. It's real. Sensei, talk to him, please.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate that and what you're saying. We feel really good. My wife and I, she's been with me the whole time. She runs a lot of kids classes, and she was rated. I'm sorry, not knowing the exact number, but she was 5th in the world for a while. She was number 1 in Region 1 for a while.
You talking about martial arts?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's done. Oh, yeah, she's done real well.
Okay.
And I'm hoping I'm getting the numbers right. I know she was number 1 in the United States.
Okay.
For 2 years in a row.
Wow.
So she was. These are fights, meaning we in a competition tournament. So if I say number 1, I don't want to offend any martial artist by saying I'm number 1.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No, I was rated by the Martial Art magazine as being number 5 in the world,
and I wanted
1 in Region 1.
And I want folks to understand
the United States broke up in 10 different regions at that time.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and do it. Tell them.
So, anyway, that is very thoughtful and very appreciative. I'd like to say this about the art is this, so that people understand what type because I mentioned there were 300 different styles of martial arts, and I'd like to tell a little bit about what this one is. And it started off as a Chinese kung fu, but because of who we are.
Hold on. Hold on. Can you repeat that? You broke up a little bit.
Okay, I was saying that it began as Chinese kung fu.
Right.
but our natural abilities and sensibilities began to incorporate itself. I didn't even know it was turning into what we call it today. And we refer to it as another name called OP. And that was because sounds that were coming out of our training were ophonic.
Well, what?
So, they were called ophonics because of the rhythm that came out of the training. We didn't recognize it as a style at that time. We just did it because it was fun to do. And that's natural for black people, most black people anyway. And when I say that, I'm not discounting any other nationality or rhythm. I'm just talking about this was black rhythm. And whether you're Chinese, white, it doesn't matter at all. It's what it is.
Okay.
And it's like if you take an African drum and put a dashiki on, that doesn't make the drum not African anymore.
Well, I'll tell you, hold on. Here's what we're going to do, if it's okay with you. I want you to stay with me. We're going to prepare to take a commercial break. But before I go to commercial break, I, too, want to put in something because we're talking about fitness. We're talking about getting yourself ready. We're talking about the fact that I sit here and talk about, as a leader of Jones Asides for over almost 20-something years, 27 years, coming back, relaunching the fitness idea, the fitness world for your hip, thighs, tummy, and waist, make you love your body, etc. And after almost 20 years of being absent, speaking of coming back, family, you don't just come back. You got to condition your body. You got to condition the mind. You got to put the right stuff inside of your body. Here, we want to talk to you about, real quickly, about getting that lemon burn. That's right. You want to get that lemon burn for your stomach, that stomach fat burner. It has that black seed oil and the rose hips. Detox, suppresses appetite, burn the fat. It stimulates the digestion, safely decreases abdominal visceral fat. Listen, we're going to talk about this. I want you to just be introduced to it today, but we're going to talk more and more about this lemon burn and how you can get it. You can call 313-868-8612, 868-6612. And I want you to let us know when you start this lemon burn, how's it working for you? I'm going to tell you how it's working for me because you're going to be able to see me on the Zoom. I got to go to commercial break. We'll come back right after commercial break.
All right.
To go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
We, the people of Detroit, is dedicated to community coalition building and to the provision of resources that inform, train, and mobilize the citizens of Detroit and beyond to improve their quality of life. As a community-based grassroots organization, we the people of Detroit aim to inform, educate, and empower Detroit residents on imperative issues surrounding civil rights, land, water, education, and the democratic process. For more information, call 844-42-WATER, 844-42-WATER, or email wethepeopleofdetroit.com.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones. Once again, I am Billy E. Jones, that Jones-sized guy. Remember to Talk Beat Jones. We're on every Wednesday from 10 to 11. We have a repeat broadcast on a Sunday from 4 to 5. And, of course, you can see on demand Talk Beat Jones by going to talk. I'm concerned about, I want to get back to this man so quickly. I'm stumbling with the fact that you can go to YouTube and you type in TV33 on demand, and you can watch the Talk Beat Jones, Billy Jones. I just got to get back to him right now. Sir, are you there? Sensei. Okay, let me put him back again. 1, 2, I believe. You on, sir?
Yes, I'm on.
Okay. I want to let the folks understand that we're talking to Sensei Bill Owens, Oakland, California. Studio there for over 50 plus odd years. Because of COVID, we're in the process whereby they're trying to take the studio for $88,000, family. We have a GoFundMe fund, and we're asking for your help to make it work. It can work. This is a man that's not just somebody just common. This is an elite martial art teacher, instructor, sensei, Bill Owens. A man that I know when I was just a young person trying to figure my way out, trying to become an entrepreneur with what I wanted to do. This man took me and taught me how to be a person effective in the fitness business. That's why I owe this to this man. I never forget where I come from. So family, I'm asking you, help me, help the man, help me get going. And helped so many other thousands of folks to live. Because when they came in stressed, tense, worried, scared, unsure of themselves, all stressed out, which means what? They're going to die from high blood pressure. They're going to die from all that stress. He saved lives. Let's help him, family. Let's help him. Sensei Bill Owens, tell us, how do we get to that GoFund for you?
The word are preserve the Costco legacy.
Preserve.
And that takes
Hold on now. We want to get it correct. Preserve the what?
Costco spelled
The Costco.
C-A-S.
C-A-S.
C-O-S. That's the name of the school.
Okay.
Preserve the Costco's legacy.
Okay.
And that takes you right in. And I appreciate that very much.
Okay, so we want to say that one more time. In order to assist and help with the GoFundMe fund, you want to go to, once again, what do I go to? Sensei,
Preserve the Costco's legacy.
Preserve the Costco legacy.
Yes.
Is that what we're doing? And that will bring you to the GoFundMe fund.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So now, what is the plans at this time for you? What does your heart say to you moving forward for the community?
Well, it's really positive. I'm not focusing on losing the building as much as I'm focusing on the students.
Yes.
If they keep those goals in mind that we set, which is self-confidence, self-appreciation, self-drive, self-awareness, then they're going to be all right.
No. I hate to do this and say this. I understand what you're saying, etc. No, we are not going to be all right. Not really, because if we don't have our sensei, then we're not all right.
Oh, I'm going to meet them in the park. They're
You
not
know,
losing me. Yeah. We're losing a building maybe, and it doesn't matter. We'll get another one. If they can put forth the donations, we'll have. But, they've worked in this. I'm not letting them win.
yes,
We didn't do anything wrong.
Yes.
We kept teaching for the same 50 years, the same way,
come on.
and bringing these kids out of this bondage that they're in and making them love themselves.
Yes.
So we're going to keep doing that.
Yes, come on now. And like I said, when you have that
So
love,
they still got to learn that they have to have that self-confidence and have to appreciate who they are.
Talk to
they
me.
have to have that pride.
Come on now.
Get that homework done.
come on, Sensei.
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Whether they're going to do baseball, football, basketball, doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Yes.
Tennis or computer.
Mm-hmm.
They have to have that self-drive. And most of all, the women, please
Yes.
understand, you have to have self-awareness.
Yes.
You can't just take for granted who you are. You got to look over your shoulder. You got to watch the words that we are laying on you, and be aware of what the positions that each person is, man and woman,
Mm-hmm.
are trying to put you in. And that awareness not only is because that guy over there, you don't know who he is. You don't know who I am if I'm talking to you, because I'm going to use the best words I can to get into your head. So that self-awareness is just knowing who you are, and you keep exercising your body like Mr. Billy Jones is telling you, you will find your way.
And when you say that about the body, like I said, and when we were talking about they're going to be all right, as a master teacher myself in the fitness business, I know what can happen once you get out of the
Exactly.
building. Once you get out of the building, once you get out of that love and that interactions you have with your students on a constant basis, you also, I'm not speaking of you, Sensei, but I fell into that same abyss of thinking, well, I got the body, it's built. I don't have to, I'm going to be all right. Tomorrow I'm going to get going. Tomorrow I'm going to start. When I came out to Detroit, I said, okay, well, I'm by myself. It is hard to do these things on a constant basis. I didn't say a month or two. I'm saying over the period of your years. You have that process where you start to just let things slide. I've got to make up for all of that time, which makes me greater, better, I feel, because I know what other folks are going to be going through, which is why I did 5-6 classes a day to stay in that type of condition where it didn't bother me.
That's right.
Now, I'm like everybody else. I'm trying to get myself together, and I say, I need the folks to help me. When they say, why you come back with Jones? I'm saying, I need your help too. You tell me you need my help. I need your help. I'm not a person that just work out with folks. I have to lead for me to do what I do.
There you go.
See, folks may not understand the mindset of a leader. Sensei, would you please explain to them what the mindset of a leader is, please?
Oh, he's actually going to teach them how he learned. See, in order to be a good leader, you got to be a good student.
Yes.
Yeah, and you teach by example,
Yes.
and because you'd be surprised when a person walks into your class, what is on their mind to get to where they want to be they each one of them have a different reason and a different story. So, but you listen to all of them and you let them have it.
Yes.
But if you continue with consistent drills and exercise and positive thinking, they all come with that conclusion, and that's why you're a teacher.
Yes.
You have found so much joy in watching them reach that pinnacle or that plateau. You want everybody to get that.
Yes, sir. And
Because most of them think about money all the time, and they think that's what makes them. They think that's what they are gauged by. And that's too bad, because their value is way beyond the money.
yes.
And
Yes.
they have to know that, because once you know that, you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to stop putting those things in your body.
That's right. That's right.
And you're going to find the better ways. You're going to check out that rose hip and different things you've been hearing about. And you're gonna do it, because when you wake up sore after one of them good workouts,
Yes.
you're gonna say, "I done went through this. I'm not going back."
Yes. Yes. You know,
So
and
it takes time, but
and-
the positiveness is always there. You gotta look up and let God know, "I get it. I get it."
but see, that's where the contact with you, that's where the contact with your studio, that's where the constant reinforcement. You see, that's why people go to church, to
That's
get their
right.
constant reinforcement. You know,
That's right.
so that's what we're talking about, Sensei, is that the need to know where you are structure-wise, where I can go and speak to my sensei, where I can go and be instructed by my sensei, where I can go and be in touch with myself, because that's what you do. You keep us ready mentally, you know, not just physically, mentally. If I hadn't had some understanding from you about the mental journey, believe me, I would have fell short, much short, real short, like no thing at all. But thanks to you, Sensei, I went on and had a 28-year business of fitness. How about that?
So I appreciate that. I may have opened a little door for you to see yourself through. Because see, it's what you did. You saw, once you saw the light, you took it and went with it.
Yes, sir.
And that's all we want them to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And see, that's the whole thing, is you never know when your students come in, who's going to see that light.
That's right.
The objective is to get everybody.
You
but
never know.
You
teach
never
them all.
know. And
You
see,
teach them all. You teach them the same.
I remember we had a back in the day, we had a young guy. I was a young guy too, per se. And because we're talking about the guy was a bad kid. The guy was a bad kid. His parents put him in martial art training. Guess what? You couldn't get him to fight nobody no more. That's what it did for him. And for us students
Yeah.
around, he was beaten up too. It helped all of us. I named his
Yeah,
name.
it's amazing. It's hard to put into words when you talk to people like that, because they're still thinking, well, you punching and kicking. So they want to know about fighting.
Yes.
And it's hard to put into words. That's the last thing on my mind,
Yes.
is to fight somebody.
Yes. 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 So now going back, what is the city? Are they working with you? Are they understanding the circumstance? I know business is business. However, I understand that. But do we have a fighting chance to work the situation through? What do you think, sir?
Oh yeah, we do. We do. We're not going to let that go. Nobody's going to take our God from us.
Take them.
And we're very positive on that. And that's why I was saying that if I lose the building, I lost the building. I didn't lose the goal. I didn't lose my God. I didn't lose my students. We're going to keep moving.
Yes.
It would be a lot convenient if I didn't have to go through this right now.
Yes.
But it's a challenge, and it's also a learning. that I can learn from that. I'm not going to stop learning because that's part of the message that we teach all the time.
Yes.
And that is, I was trying to not say certain things because it confuses people. But learning is one of the messages. You have to keep studying in life. I don't care if you're taking another language, taking a science class, computer. You are expanding your connection with your God when you continue to learn what He's put on this earth, and just study. And if you're starting out, you look at your grade sometime and say, "Oh boy, I'm not good at this." Well, of course you're not. You didn't start out good.
Yes. Yes.
But you can't let me outdo you. And nobody will see now when I say this, they're going to take it wrong. But nobody's greater than me.
Yes.
And that's the way you better think about yourself.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear what you just said. Can you repeat that, please?
Nobody is greater than me.
Talk to me.
Nobody is greater than you as an individual. Nobody.
Talk to me. That's right.
You respect everybody, but at the moment that he starts thinking he's better than you, let him think.
Yes. Yes.
God made us holy, and we do go to church for reinforcement. But at the same time, we got to understand God wouldn't have put me here and put somebody ahead of me. Not my God.
Yes.
So you have to know how positive you are in order to continue to grow.
Yes, yes. So
when I say that, some people think that I'm vain, but that don't bother me. I say, did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Well,
and if you don't think that way about yourself, I can't do nothing for you.
Sensei, I cannot be in a business, and I tell persons on television, I'm a competitor. I don't care what they got. I don't care what type of setup they got, who they are. Somebody may feel they're greater than me, but guess what? Not me. Not me.
There you go.
And one of the rationale behind me staying on this television business since the 80s is because I always believed in me when nobody else believed in me. Nobody could think that a person that's a physical person can also have that mental perspective to have that talent. Nobody believed. And here it is, 2023, and I'm doing the talk, and I'm going to go back to what I was really good with, the physical business. I'm going to combine them both. People may not believe I can do that. People may not believe I can get back in shape. Yeah, it's going to be rough. Yeah, it's tough. And yeah, in the beginning, it's going to be rusty. That's why they have preseasons in football, basketball, and everything else, to get yourself really ready.
If you're going to build or add on to a house, you got to tear down one of them walls. And that is the same way as your body. You're going to build, it gets sore because you're breaking it down to add to it.
Yes.
And this is part of growth. Things have to be bent, moved, tore down, scraped, dug into in order to improve it. And people have to understand when I hit that soreness, you can't say, "Oh no, this is too hard for me." You say, "This is hard, but I got to come back tomorrow."
Yes.
And once they get past that, it usually they can hold that the rest of their life. Some people go in and out, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's a little different, but no one is better than nobody, and that's what you got to get in your head. I don't know. I have parents who have brought kids into me, and they're mad because he had a fight and got beat up. So they want him to learn the martial arts.
Right.
So I looked at the kid, and I know what the parent wants to hear, but I look at the kid and I say, you want to fight? And they think that I want to hear say, yeah, I fight, but I'm trying to get in his head that he wasn't supposed to be fighting that kid in the first place. But you come here, you're not going to be learning how to beat up that kid, but you will learn to fight. Now,
Yes.
you put that into whatever you want to. And if you want to be a drum player, guitar player, football player, then that's your fight. But if you think that you're supposed to be beating up people, you're in the wrong school.
That's true. I mean, I'm listening to you because,
So
yeah,
they have a fight and they have a struggle, but they got to know which way it is.
yes.
And,
So-
and you said it earlier when you were starting your show. You're talking about the love. They gotta love themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, God has given us all kind of messages. You just have to have faith in them. You know, because He don't play.
That's
He
right.
don't He don't tell us or give us signals that He's just fooling around with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, He tells us the exact truth, and we have to act upon it.
I've been
so
involved.
we're the ones who doubt ourselves.
Yes, yes,
And you
yes.
have to just realize, hey, I'm doing what best I can do with what I got.
Yes.
But Jesus, I'm amazed at how far I'm going.
Hold on a moment. You're floating just a moment. Slow down just a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, we're excited, but I'm saying because I know the audience is trying to understand and listen carefully to you, and so I know we get excited. We speak a little differently. Because we're on the telephone. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have to kind of pace it a little bit.
Sure. I appreciate it. And, yeah, I do. I do get excited, especially when I think someone is beginning to understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's the whole particular thing is we want to keep your voice alive. We want to keep your presence alive. We want to keep your teaching with having students being able to come in and get that great influence, that great knowledge that you have. So family, if you understand what I'm saying, wherever you are around the world listening, you have had situations and you found that man, that woman that you knew was good for your family. The information they had was good for you, good for the family. You found that person that was supportive of you, good for the family. You have Sensei Bill Owens is good for the community, good for all of you, all of the people. Anyone can be helped by Sensei Bill Owens. He is the institution, family. Oakland, California, 50-something years, training all of these thousands of folks. I come back to Jones as and I'm saying I'm reaching out to my thousands of members. I can't touch. And I'm not trying to be a comparison, but I just want you to understand that as much as I talk about Billy Jones, etc., I'm humble enough to understand that there is a beneath Sensei Bill Owens that Billy fits. But I understand the philosophy. I understand the love. And that's why I talk about loving your body and loving yourself. I've been involved with 7 different car accidents. 7. 1, me. The other 6, I was hit. But God blessed me and I walked away from every one of them. However, you do have residual injuries. But because my body was strong, my mind was strong, I didn't want to be treated and I want to just let it. So you age. And what I realize is that those injuries, they're not going to get greater, better if I don't start doing something except start to fold over, start to limp around, start to not be able to move, start to not be able to use. If you don't take care and get out and take care of yourself and start to rebuild and not let things apathy set in, you'll be all right. Be all right. You may not be as great as you was, but you're still not going down till they saying, well, he was a good person, put the dirt on him, now he's all right. Let's do what we can do while we're here and not compare to no one else. Do what's great for you. You can be the greatest person in the world for you.
There you go.
Talk to him, Sensei.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Speaking, I mean.
We use as many different examples as we can for them to see that picture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now, once again, I'd like to know how, if I've listened to this story, how can I help, how can I assist Sensei Bill Owens financially? I may not be in Oakland, but I want to help this man. I want to help the students. I want to help the community. I want to be someone that makes a difference. How can they do that, Sensei Bill Owens? Where do they get the information to send some funds to help you out?
That GoFundMe, Preserve the Costco's Legacy.
Okay.
Costco spelled C-A-S-C-O-S.
Spell it again, please.
C-A-S.
C-A-S.
C-O-S.
C-O-S.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Costco.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you go there and you're able to
$1, $2, $5.
No. I know that. I mean, we do that, and like I said, if all of the folks that listen will send $1, my thing is, if 1,000 people heard and 1,000 people send $1, it's $1,000. Great. However, I ask those who have the means to do greater. This is not just a little tissy. This is a serious situation. This is a situation that means the value of life. The value of life is what Sensei Bill Owens brings to the community. And we're saying, let's do this. Not $1. If you don't have, just think about it. It takes you more to send $1 than to give $1. It costs that in terms of expenses. That's what I'm saying, Sensei. So as we're talking about the situation here of getting it done, $88,000, I need some hitters in here. I need some folks to say, well, I got 10, I got 20. That's it. Because somebody is listening, and somebody's going to say, I got 100. And there may be that one godfather who says, hey, let's do 1,000. You never know. So we don't want to limit, but we always respect anything that a person can do, is what I'm saying. But I'm just saying $1 too, we appreciate it. But if you can make it 5, that'll help even more. That's just Billy. Sensei says, if you can get $1 or $2 and more, do it. You know the man. That's Sensei Bill Owens. I was just speaking for Billy. So,
Well,
anyway.
You asked how people can help me, and one of the ways that they can help me is helping themselves. And that, for example, one of my mantras, it should be better today than I was yesterday.
All right.
And to be better tomorrow than I am today. And if they can do that for themselves, it has nothing to do with money.
All right.
Just keep on doing it. Get better. Don't get disappointed because you failed at something.
All right.
That's a lesson.
All right.
That you just want to get better at.
All right. Well, I'm going to
if
close.
you do that, you'll be better today than I was yesterday, and be better tomorrow than I am today.
All right. Sensei,
you will have done exactly what I want you to do.
All right. Sensei Bill Owens, we're going to close out now. I want to thank you very much for being with me today, Sensei Bill Owens, Oakland, California. And I appreciate you so very much. And we will talk again. We'll touch bases again on television within the next month or two. Okay, sir?
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right. And would you give your
bless everybody.
Would you give your family my love, please? Thank you, sir. Bye now. Family, help us out. If you heard the message, please respond. This has been Talk Pete Jones. I am Billy E. Jones, Talk Pete Jones. Also, we're doing that fitness program coming up very soon. Keep your eyes and ears open on that. We're going to do it by Zoom. See if we can get you back fitting, tone, hip size, tummy, waist, and love. I love you. I want you to love me. I want you to love this station. I want you to get some of that lemon burn. I want you to understand. Go to TV33, go to YouTube, TV33, on demand, Talk B. Jones. We're going to leave you now. Love you, Dad. Y'all be sweet. Have fun. Enjoy life. Bye now. You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk B. Jones.